It is a popular misunderstanding that individuals are either rich or poor. There are several different types of rich and powerful individuals who hold different attributes and lifestyle choices. For example, there are the Kardashians, Drake, Beyonce, Cristiano Ronaldo, and other famous stars who acquired their wealth through their expertise. There are also the Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk types of wealthy people who earned their immense wealth through working hard and innovative thinking. Finally, some, such as Walton, Mars, Koch, amassed massive wealth through family business investments. Finally, there are the Rothschilds, the world's richest family, who are on a different kind of level on their own and nobody can come anywhere close to their massive riches. Their immense wealth has influenced hundreds, if not thousands, of conspiracy theorists who are resolute that the Rothschilds are the ones running the world. I'm not sure about that, but if the Rothschilds aren't currently influencing you and you want to learn more about the glamorous lives of the richest of the rich, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell to be alerted whenever we publish a video. Welcome to Ultimate Luxury, where we discuss the world's most luxurious things and people in this world. Now, let's get this ball rolling. The Rothschilds were not always enveloped by lavishness and wealth. Their story begins in the Middle Ages in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. The family name derives from their ancestral home. Back then, instead of numbers, residences were identified by emblems above the door. Rothschild's house had a red shield with the old spelling Rothschild on it. In 1769, the Rothschild patriarch mayor Amschel Rothschild was appointed by Crown Prince Wilhelm of Hesse, and when the boy king took power in 1785, he assigned mayor to handle his kingdom's financial affairs as a court Jew, a position that would be highly offensive today. It was one of the top honors a Jewish person could have during this period in time in Catholic-dominated Europe. Every privileged nobleman had a court Jew whom they assigned with managing their resources. The Bible explicitly prohibits giving loans for a profit. While most noblemen had the moral conscience of a drunken chimp in a brothel, they needed to maintain their God-obeying image or potentially lose not only the respect of their colleagues, but also their pieces of land and wealth. Many Jews, such as the Rothschilds, saw this as a chance to acquire vast fortunes, and Mayer quickly decided to open a bank with the money he made, sent his son Nathan to London, aided Mayer in transferring Wilhelm's wealth to London during the Napoleonic Wars, and he even funded the British in their conflict. After the Napoleonic Wars, Mayer's other four sons managed to open other banking institutions in Paris, Naples, and Vienna, primarily assisting aristocrats in financial distress by lending large sums of money to nations where they had investment resources in return for charming interest. In times of conflict or when entire countries were on the brink of bankruptcy, it was discovered that Rothschilds were funding and benefiting from every war in Europe during the 19th century, and believe me, there wasn't a scarcity. Funding both sides in a war causing destruction and destitution is not the concept of moral standards in my honest opinion, but no one can contend with the outcome. The Rothschilds' massive wealth is now subject of as many legends as there are the stars in the universe. Some sources suggest that the richest family owns around 500 trillion US dollars, which is not difficult to believe but also pretty much impossible because the entire planet's capital is approximated to be around 1 to 2 quadrillion. So a family governing a fraction to a half of the entire world's money is insane. Most sources suggest that their fortune to be between $500 billion and 1 trillion US dollars, which is approximately 4 times the fortune of the next wealthiest man, Elon Musk. Although their banks are the prime source of the Rothschilds' riches, they have expanded into mining, transportation, property investment, art, and stocks over the years. They own a minority stake in the Suez Canal, and legend has it that they own 30% of all major banks in the world. While I doubt the latter, the Rothschilds aren't going anywhere time soon. The Rothschilds' standard of living is shrouded in secrecy. They are highly skilled at concealing both their true wealth, which may be larger than the sum of wealth of the entire southern hemisphere, and their personal affairs. Nonetheless, you get a sneak preview of their lavish lifestyle behind locked doors from time to time. Unlike many pop stars, the Rothschilds do not spend their cash on fancy and swanky items with little investment value. Instead, the majority of their purchases have one and only one purpose: to make them more money over the long term. They have a large collection of art, which is one of the most important contributions to art galleries worldwide. Among many other things, they decided to donate to the British Museum a $40,000 4th century Lycurgus cup. Approximately 3,500 pieces of art were captured from the Rothschild estates during the Nazi occupation of France as Hitler himself arrived to take his pick from the treasured possessions. After the war, most art pieces were brought back, but some remain undiscovered today. The Rothschilds are presumably the world's largest gold holders. They not only own gold but also have shareholdings in gold mining sites. Unlike some luxurious narco bosses' children, they don't really have gold vehicles or AK-47s but gold bars, and massive amounts of them. Recently, Jacob Rothschild swapped vast quantities of British pounds and US dollars for gold, which many financial analysts interpret as concerning for Western economies. Now, approximately 8% of Jacob's assets are in gold. The Rothschilds have the most comprehensive property assets in the world, with palaces, estates, chateaus, villas ranging from the United States to Israel. The residences would be the jealousy of any monarchy. In Buckinghamshire alone, they have over 30 lavish manors, each valued at well over $10 million. Waterstone Manor, which is accessible to the general public, is most likely their crowning achievement. Over 450,000 people visit the lavish home to get a glimpse of the Rothschilds' way of life and social stratification. The family is thought to own $20 to $25 billion in property investment all around the world. A while back, the family sold a parcel of land the size of Manhattan in Austria for an awesome $112 million. Of course, some lavish transactions aren't exactly investment opportunities. For instance, Nat Rothschild purchased the luxury yacht valued at over $100 million. The Planet 9, which can cater to 16 guests and a team of 26 people. 2 Caterpillar engines propel the huge vessel at up to 16 knots, and the yacht has a helicopter deck for visitors to come and depart as they wish. Nat is the owner and operator of the high-end luxurious private aircraft valued at more than $60 million. The Bombardier Global 6000 is one of the most expensive planes in the sector, seating up to 14 commuters in an ultra-luxurious setup. However, Nat's transactions pale in comparison to his ostentatious great-grandfather's purchase decisions. Walter Rothschild continues to remain one of the most frugal Rothschilds today, spending vast sums of money on exotic animals such as a giant tortoise, hundreds of birds, and even zebras. 3 zebras were taught by the eccentric billionaire to pull his carriage around London. Walter amassed the world's most extensive collection of samples known to man. In his later years, he decided to sell his bird acquisition to the American Museum of Natural History in New York, and after his death, the rest of his truly amazing collection was also agreed to be donated to the Natural History Museum. What became of the zebras? I'm not sure, but I'm guessing they died of humiliation long before Walter. The Rothschilds are most renowned for instigating conspiracies. As early as the 18th century, their immense wealth is responsible for countless anti-Semitic mythologies during that era, such as how Jews governed the world's money. Other conspiracies include that the family is connected with the Illuminati, the New World Order, the 5-dimensional lizards that rule the world, and dozens upon dozens of other insane speculations. In real life, the Rothschilds are just a large family of rich and powerful people who enjoy living their privileged lifestyles in private and avert public scrutiny. What is the most insane Rothschilds conspiracy you've ever heard? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe to Ultimate Luxury, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.